Okay, my wonderful students, we are going to now ask questions for plural. We're going to be asking plural questions about an apartment or the building. Now, for asking a plural question, we want a number. So the question we're going to be using is how many? So how many? How many is a count question. How many? The answer is a number. So how many? How many? One question can be, how many children? How many children do you have? I have one. I have two. I have five. Okay? So how many is count. How many is count. How many bedrooms are there in the apartment? Well, if you're looking for an apartment, you want that answer. How many? How many bedrooms are there in the apartment? And the answer for our example is, how many bedrooms are there in the apartment? And the answer is, there are, because it is plural, there are 2 bedrooms in the apartment. There are 2 bedrooms in the apartment. Number one. Tell me, how many floors are there in the building? How many floors are there in the building? So floors, and the answer is, there are, because it is plural, there are 4 floors in the building. There are 4 floors in the building. Number two. How many windows are there in the living room? How many windows are there in the living room? The answer is correct. There are 3 windows in the living room. There are 3 windows in the living room. Question, how many windows are there in the living room? Answer, there are 3 windows in the living room. Would it be better if it's this way? Okay, I'll do that next time. Number 3. So now we have a question about closets. How many closets are there in the apartment? How many closets are there in the apartment? And the answer is correct. There are 5 closets in the apartment. There are 5 closets in the apartment. Question, how many closets are there in the apartment? And the answer, there are 5 closets in the apartment. How many, right, so we have to ask the question, how many apartments are there in the building? How many apartments are there in the building? Correct. There are 30 apartments in the building. There are 30 apartments in the building? How many apartments are in the building? Answer, there are 30 apartments in the building. Now we're asking about, what's this? Correct. Washing machines. Washing machines. Ooh. How many washing machines are there in the basement? Remember, basement is low. Basement. How many washing machines are there in the basement? And the answer, there are 2. There are 2 washing machines in the basement. There are 2 washing machines in the basement. And the last one is bathroom. Bathroom. Okay? So, how many bathrooms are there in the apartment? What? I will type in why this is 2.5. Okay? How many bathrooms are there in the apartment? And the answer is, there are 2.5. There are 2.5 bathrooms in the apartment. There are 2.5 bathrooms in the apartment. Very nice. Let's practice a couple more. Let's practice. I know we're going to do this one. How many? So the question is, what? Correct. How many closets are there in the apartment? How many closets are there in the apartment? And the answer is, there are 5 closets in the apartment. There are 5 closets in the apartment. Very nice practice.